Hey everyone, thanks for tuning into Awesome Sunday Show. Before we get on with our episode, we'd like to tell you where you can find us.
You can download us on iTunes, Podbean, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn. We're also available on YouTube. You can follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/Awesome Sunday Show. Invite all your friends to like us because that would just be a nice thing to do. Also follow us on Twitter at Awesome Sun Show. And if you want to follow our personal Twitters, I'm Rick Pat Mick.
And I'm at Lesson Connor.
Thanks for listening. Enjoy the episode.
Yeah, guys, enjoy.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows like the one you're about to enjoy, visit electronicmediacollective.com. And now, our feature presentation.
Hey everybody, welcome to Awesome Sunday Show. Connor here.
And Pat?
Pat, how you doing?
I'm doing all right.
Nice.
By the way, have you people checked out awesomesundayshow.com yet? We were supposed to put it in our intro plugs, but we need to re-record that. But anyway, you should check out that site. I just posted a blog the other day. So
we will eventually re-record that.
Yeah.
It's just not when it's like 11:47 at night. But anyway, speaking of 11:47 at night, we have a very special guest tonight. One that would say, hey, I will come on your podcast 11:47 at night. Mm-hmm. Why don't you introduce yourself here?
Hey, what's up? It's Denise Dentino. I now have a penis. It's me, Nick. Nice to see you guys again.
You're not seeing them.
Yeah.
Were you seeing us?
Yeah, but I'm Denise Dentino and I have a penis, so it's a little different.
Yeah.
That's true.
This is going to be our first episode with... Oh, no, never mind. I was about to say it's our first episode with Snyder, not talking about Netflix. So we're not Netflix and chilling with Nick Snyder, but that's we have done that before.
Well, you've been on with other guests, not for about Netflix, like Star Wars stuff, I think.
I think this is going to be my 4th appearance.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you were here for the Christmas one, too.
I was
That's
here
true.
for Christmas, I was here for Doctor Strange, and I was here for Stranger Things. Stranger Things.
And
And
Luke
Luke
Cage.
Cage.
Oh, and Luke Cage.
So this is 5.
5. Oh, man, I'm a full fist now.
Yeah. Where are you going to put that fist?
In this ass.
Yes. All right. So, I literally thought of this topic last minute, and there's been no opposition.
It's been
whatsoever.
a while since you came up with a topic.
Yeah,
It's been a while.
Good for you.
since I thought of a topic. Awesome Sunday Show originally started out as let's talk about comic books and comic book movies and stuff like that. It's sort of evolved since then into other mediums, but since we already did the Oscars episode, and we still have a little time until like the summer movies start kicking in, when like the comic movies are hitting hard. Kind of want to bring it back to comics and superheroes. So I kind of want to have a conversation of who would beat who in a fight.
I would beat you in a fight.
That's
I know that for
bullshit.
Aqua version of myself would definitely kick a flying Dentino's ass
You think so?
any day of the week.
I feel like
I'll drown that.
I feel like so if no matter what superheroes either like or superpowers either of you possess, do you think you would always beat Dentino?
I think there's no question about that.
Really?
I personally think like I don't know, like Dentino, dude, like I could see him being powerful, but I'm just like that guy that has his number. Like
I feel like he would have super strength, but then you would have like some sort of like telekinesis and you just stop him.
dude, I want to shoot like some hot lava out of my hands or something.
Yeah?
Yeah, I always pictured myself of like being like more of like something with like the elements,
Like Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
I'm definitely Lava Girl.
You are a girl.
Yeah, I'm Denise. But I always pictured myself of like, I don't know, like you're what, like Avatar, for like example, like The Last Airbender, like having something like that where you control like.
Didn't you really like the live action movie?
It's my favorite movie ever.
Yeah.
I have 3 separate Blu-ray discs for each room in my house with a television.
Yeah. So no matter what superhero, or I'm sorry, no matter what superpower that you possess, you will always be Anthony.
My superpower could be shooting boar's head meat out of my fingertips, and I would blind him every time.
That's interesting.
Boar's head meat. That's a good one.
That is a very good one.
Be like, baloney bash, and like just like hit him in, like, the
Pastrami whip.
dude. Oh my, yeah, that's my superpower. Yeah.
Cool.
This episode brought to you by Boar's Head Meat.
I know. Dude, I wish we were sponsored by Boar's Head.
Imagine I was Boar's Head and Dentino was like Thumans, and we like battled with like pastrami sticks or like something.
Like corned beef hammers.
Yeah. So like have like a war hammer, and it's like a big ham. That would be all right. New concept.
Evan is like the ref, and he wears like an apron.
Evan.
You guys at the fight fair.
Evan's occupation is meat dude. Meat dude on Facebook. Like
Yeah.
it's not like butcher, like anything.
Doesn't
like
he? Doesn't it say he went to Rutgers or Rowan University or something like that? Ryder.
Ryder. Shout out to Ryder.
He's been to like 2 college classes.
He went to like a party once.
Yeah. All right. Back at the subject at hand. So, there's seeing who would win in a fight has always been a collective argument / discussion amongst the nerdist culture, where, you know, like who would win, Mario or Zelda? Well, now you can do that in Smash Brothers. And there's Injustice, Gods Among Us. Obviously, Superman would beat Batman in a fight legitimately if they were just going toe to toe. But, you know, it's fun to think of these certain things, and like I kind of wanted to extend the olive branch a little more as far as like pairing up powers that are at the same level, the same stature. So like, you know, it would be something where it's like it's a fair fight. Whereas like, yes, Captain Marvel would probably kill Hawkeye in like 5 seconds. Or Green Arrow. But Captain Marvel versus Wonder Woman might fare as a better fight. So like I just wanted to discuss this and see like what you guys thought, and maybe like, you know, what's the different opinions on that. You know, just get it going, get it rolling. And, you know, Nick, you're the very special guest. So very special guests always go first on Awesome Sunday Show. So who would you like to see, or what do you suggest, or do you have 1, 2? Just go, just shoot it. Shoot the boar's head out of your fingers.
All right, shooting the boar's head out of my fingers. I would love to see Wolverine in a fight, mainly because he's the man. Wolverine versus like the Hulk. Like who would win?
That's actually a really good match. That's happened. Like that's
A
happened.
lot.
Yeah.
There was a whole animated movie on it.
Well, that's also Wolverine
And
when he was first
show.
introduced was in the Hulk.
Shows what I know. But so who would win in a fight?
If
you knew nothing about like any of that previous stuff that you know, and just like you have 2 pictures of him in front of you, like who do you pick?
The Hulk.
The Hulk?
I think the Hulk would win.
Hulk.
Yeah.
You think the Hulk would win?
I think it would be a fair fight, but they both have regenerative healing factors. And depending, I think Wolverine's is probably a little faster. Wolverine can survive a nuclear blast.
Wait, he get down to a skeleton and then completely regenerate.
Yeah.
And in certain issues, I think he completely regenerated from like a drop of blood.
Yeah, he's done it he did it in Avengers vs. X-Men a few years ago, and like it was actually one of the funnier parts because he's like still kind of regenerating, and he like gets up and Spider-Man's like, this is really gross.
Like, ew, dude.
Yeah.
But the thing is with the Hulk is obviously he has stature of Wolverine, because Wolverine is actually short. Hugh Jackman is 6'3", but Wolverine is like 5 something. Probably like your height or a little shorter.
Yeah.
Nick.
Well, Wolverine is like a smaller but tough animal, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
that's kind of what they drew
Actually,
it off of.
like if we were to dress up as like the Avengers for Halloween, like I would watch. Like I would be pissed if you didn't pick Wolverine.
I think I'd be a decent Wolverine.
He is your height. He is like 5'6", 5'7". He's like the mighty midget.
That's pretty. All right.
Yeah.
Hey.
Plus, obviously, the Hulk has physical power over him. I mean, Wolverine can take a punch, but the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets.
Yeah, and like as much as a healing factor Wolverine has, like there is still fatigue, and like Hulk can get fatigued, but only from like losing a fight. Like if he just keeps going and going, like he's not gonna stop.
He's like the Energizer Bunny.
Like if you've ever even heard of Planet Hulk or watched the movie, which is great, or like seen the comics or read the backstory, like he fights like Beta Ray Bill, who's essentially like an alien Thor, and wins.
Horse-looking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, Beta Ray Bill is not as strong as Thor, but
He's not,
Hulk,
but
yeah, Hulk can kick his fucking ass.
yeah, and I think Hulk would win against Thor if you want to even go that route. And Thor is like Superman power level.
I don't know, with or without Mjolnir.
With.
You think he'd be? I would think that would give him the advantage over Hulk, but obviously, like, because Thor is really showing. We see it in the Avengers. He's able, without Mjolnir, to beat up or throw some good punches on Hulk and knock him to the ground and shit. Yeah, but Hulk would beat Wolverine. Although on Netflix, I think it's still on Netflix.
It is.
Check out the Hulk versus, and Hulk fights Wolverine and Thor in it.
It's awesome, and Deadpool's in it too.
Oh, that's definitely like a hero I would like to.
And also they bring in what's his face, Omega Red, and he's awesome. He's always been like one of my low key like I always thought he was like a cooler mutant. Like he shoots tentacles out of his wrists.
That's wild.
And he's Russian.
I like the word. I can't do a Russian accent. You have these tentacles.
These tentacles.
These tentacles.
They grab you and choke you.
I choke you in the cold Siberian weather. Wait, so can he like control the tentacles? Like,
yeah.
I mean, like obviously shooting out of his arm, but like the nerve endings of it, like will it work like a normal like appendage for him?
I don't think. And correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. It's
like in this sense, like if someone like, hey, take this newspaper, and they were like 20 feet away, and he just extended like a tentacle.
It's not like Dr. Otto Octavius's tentacles. Like, okay, it's more like whips, but like I think there is some sort of sense of control, like almost like how a samurai would have control over his sword.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's more like a blunt object,
but like
that he's attached to.
But it is like he can grab things with it. But I think that's more of just like as like a
pull mechanism or something. Like if someone had like a dangerous weapon, he was like tentacle, and then like would grab it, wrap it up.
I think that might be something that varies, but again, I might be wrong on that. But like from the comics I've read, from the movies I've seen, and the video games that I've played, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, greatest fighting game ever made. It's always just been kind of like semi-control. Mm-hmm. Like it's just because he's a warrior. He's a fighter,
So would he like beat Mr. Fantastic's like ass?
No, because Mr. Fantastic is low key, like way more powerful than people give him credit for. In Contest of Champions in like the mid 2000s, or Contest of Champions 2, he fights the Hulk, and the Hulk wins, but only because of like it's something that he kind of overlooked. Mm-hmm. Mr. Fantastic, since he can stretch any part of his body, just wraps himself around the Hulk and suffocates the Hulk. And like it looks like Mr. Fantastic is about to beat the Hulk without using strength, so he uses his brains and applies that to his powers. But the Hulk, being the Hulk, can just suck in air like it's nothing. Like he probably can vape way better than you can. And
he's like the Don of like the fog mafia.
Yeah, like he makes blow really like vape like 101 noob.
Like he's like a 4th degree black belt grandmaster of like the vape dojo.
Yeah, the only person that can vape better than Hulk is probably Denise.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at vaping.
Yeah,
because I'm Denise.
With the penis.
With the penis.
With the penis. The surgery went well.
And like that's how Hulk wins. Is he literally just sucks him in and spits him out.
That's cool.
I think Mr. Fantastic would win against other superheroes that you would think normally would be like, dude, like that guy can just stretch. Like he would totally win.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like being able to expand your skin and your body and your bones to just like unmeasurable lengths is like quite an astounding power. And
yeah.
Like you can essentially just create a bubble around somebody as long as they don't have like a gun and just they lose air.
Yeah, that, and you could pretty much just take a punch as like almost like a trampoline and it'll go right back. But the stretching part, that's why Sue Storm's so happy,
Yeah,
it's definitely got to be remotely like intriguing.
I'd make like 3 penises.
3?
Yeah.
Just like, damn, I can't even keep track of like 1. And
having 1 is hard enough.
And
get it?
Oh, you suck.
I'm new to the.
What would you do with 3?
I mean, I just thought of a number. If I said 2,
you would get another arm.
Yeah.
2. Okay, I got it. All right, let's go with another name. One that you actually mentioned before: Spider-Man versus Captain America.
Spider-Man. Well, okay. This is something we kind of have to take into context too. Is it teenage Spider-Man where he's still learning and like not using his powers but his wits to conquer his enemies, or like 1980 Spider-Man. He's like, hey, I'm smart, but also I've really got honed on my powers, and I can kick your ass.
Both of them at their peaks.
Both of them at their peaks, Spider-Man.
You're right, because, well, in pure physical power, yes, Spider-Man could kick Captain America's ass.
He has superhuman strength. Yeah.
And he can kill people with a punch. That's why he pulls his punches. Doc Ock finds that out when he becomes Superior Spider-Man and implants his consciousness into Peter's. But like, he's never been shown to be in movie adaptations to be that strong. Although he did stop the train through use of his webs, but in terms of like pure physical strength, like in Civil War, when that tunnel falls on him and he's holding that up, he is one of the strongest humans in Marvel Comics, and he can lift, I forget how many tons, but he is physically stronger than Captain America.
Yeah.
And he is brilliant, but Captain America can outwit him in a battle because has a more strategic mind.
Yeah. Well, also too, like there's a warrior mindset like that, like Captain America's just born with, and he has that X factor. Like in JLA versus Avengers, I love like crossover versus comics, and like Captain America like stands up to Superman, and Superman can flick Captain America in the chin and just make his head go to the other room. Like that's just, but Captain America's like, I'll get you. Like he has that warrior spirit. So like there's that drive to just never give up. And like in a fight, that helps out a lot.
Yeah, like beating up crazy is like a completely different. Yeah, I think that's like a completely different animal. You know,
like dude, imagine fighting Mel Gibson like in his prime in 2008.
Just yelling.
You could be Conor McGregor, but you'd probably still lose because he's just like fuck everybody, and you're like, oh fuck. Like
I just picture like a yoked Mel Gibson, like a wife beater, just screaming sugar tits like under, like just like it's like I will beat you to death,
and saying amazing other things.
Swing away, Meryl. Like, just,
or awful things that we can't say on this podcast.
That too.
Yeah. No, I still think Spider-Man, both at their peak, Spider-Man would still win because even though Captain America has this strategic mindset, he is intelligent and like he's a warrior. He does have enhanced strength and he has superior fighting ability too. I think but here's the thing, like Spider-Man also has the spider sense.
I'm taking Spider-Man.
Yeah, like
definitely.
That's such a strategic advantage that like he knows, especially in his later years when it becomes more powerful and more prevalent, like he knows when like something's coming behind him. And you see that not only in the first Spider-Man movie, but like they adapted that from the Death of Gwen Stacy comic book storyline of when the Green Goblin's glider was like flying behind him. So if Captain America would have to whip his shield pretty fucking fast for him to like not like pick up on it right away. That it was flying behind him when Captain America was going for a forward attack.
Yeah, totally. Like when it shows that, or at least like it portrays it in the movies, like it's almost moving in like a slow motion kind of, and it's like, oh, like that's pretty incredible. Like especially if it's like at, like we were saying, like at their peak, you know. I'd give the nod to Spider-Man, definitely.
Yeah. And as much as I love Captain America, I think he's like the best character in the Marvel movies right now until Spider-Man Homecoming comes out. Which is left to be desired, but I have high hopes for that movie.
I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, like the Captain America movies have been like the most entertaining.
Oh, they've been awesome.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, I mean, the last two are the best Marvel movies.
Civil War is incredible.
Oh, yeah. Another that just recently got added to Netflix like within like the past like month or two.
It did.
Yeah. And it's fantastic.
If I didn't see it like 6 times before I got to Netflix, I probably would have watched it on Netflix by now.
Yeah,
I own it on Amazon, so I have to watch it on Amazon. Because I bought it there.
See, like I used to buy movies digitally. Not to get off topic, but we'll go back right away. But like I used to buy movies digitally, thinking like, oh, it's like the future because I buy all my music digitally but download it digitally. And but then like I downloaded movies on my PS4 and like it doesn't work half the time. And it's like I really just want to bring a disc to my friend's house
on PS4.
Yeah, but then it's just like I really just want to bring a disc to my friend's house and put it in their player, so I don't have to fucking log into my account or anything like that. Like
so hard to log into.
I forget my passwords.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like then I got to reset it, and then like we're sitting there and they're waiting, and it just like takes so much less time to just get off your ass and just fucking put the disc inside the player.
Let me log into my email. Oh, the other email.
Yeah.
And then like it turns into like
Wait, that's not the email I want them to see. Like
yeah, and it's just it just brings up a bunch of like Pornhub notifications. You're like, damn it.
Yeah, but okay, but going back, yeah, I think this round goes to Spider-Man, definitely.
All right, let's talk about people that use guns. I say Deadpool or Punisher.
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah, 100%. As much as I love Punisher, and he's been finally represented properly. Even though I like the Thomas Jane's Punisher movie, it's not like a great representation of Punisher.
Or a great movie.
It's not a great movie, but like
movie.
It's not bad. It's not as bad as some people say it is.
Debatable.
But dude, Punisher in the Daredevil series is literally like the Punisher. Like that is Frank Castle.
He's my favorite part of that series.
But
down.
And Frank Castle might be a better shot than Deadpool, possibly. That can be left up in the air. But
certainly a better marksman.
Yeah,
for sure. But Deadpool's advantage is his insane healing factor,
which is better than anybody's.
His is crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
He's a master with any type of weapon, not just guns.
And he also masters fighting styles very well too.
Yeah. And he has a bag, a satchel that is a bottomless pit of just guns and weapons.
It like never ends.
So while Punisher could kick his ass and is a better shot and could shoot him from farther away, get him right in the head and between the eyes every time.
But it's just gonna pop out.
He'll just get Deadpool get up like real quick.
And like a lot of people, like Deadpool is one of those characters where it's like he would let Punisher just shoot him.
Because he's a complete wild card.
Yeah,
too. Like that, he has that going for him.
Do you think Deadpool versus Wolverine would be more interesting?
Yeah,
since they can both regenerate. Then, like,
I think that's a fight that would probably never end if it really happened. Yeah. Like one would have to be like, I have to go to dinner. Like you win. Yeah,
just like Play-Doh that just like remolds itself.
Yeah,
it's the other piece of Play-Doh.
I think that's if you want to bring in the Punisher, but see, like there's so many Punisher versus Daredevils, especially in the Netflix series that like,
yeah,
you know, I think like one thing I always thought was interesting was Punisher versus Daredevil versus Spider-Man, because that's happened a couple times, and they also team up too, because even though Daredevil versus Punisher seems like an even fight, so like why would Daredevil fight Spider-Man? Daredevil can essentially, like, if it's kind of more of like the playing field. If it's completely dark and Spider-Man can't see, Daredevil is advantageous. He just taps on and he sees everything. Whereas like Spider-Man has a spider sense, but that sense is danger. So the danger has to come.
Imminent danger.
Yeah, imminent danger. So like that's what, a split second?
Yeah.
So I think I also really want to think about playing fields as well overall, because I think overall Spider-Man would probably win a lot of fights. But then like if you're like, hey, like there's a dark room and like you can't see anything, maybe Spider-Man would still win, probably, but there would definitely be an advantage to Daredevil's field as well.
Be a lot closer, definitely.
Yeah.
And Spider-Man does have accelerated healing and can probably take a better punch than Daredevil, but Daredevil is a better, more skilled fighter.
Yeah, he is, absolutely.
And even with the web shooters, they're avoidable. Especially with somebody like Daredevil who has, super hearing and uses echolocation and everything. He'll know when they're coming and can avoid them. And they are breakable, even though they're very, very tough. But it's possible.
And he has those sick batons.
They are pretty sick.
Yeah.
I love those things.
He like swings with them.
Yeah, that, or like when he like ricochets them like off things and they like hit a guy in the head from far away. I like love that. I'm like, damn man, that's some good geometry.
Thanks, Denise.
You're welcome, Dad. So what is like give me one. Like what do you?
Let's go to DC a little bit. I always thought, especially since the New 52, Aquaman versus Superman. Now, if you were talking about like Super Friends like era, like dude, Aquaman sucks.
Just swimming like,
yeah.
He's like,
I can talk to fish. Like,
hey, what's up, guys? Hey, how you doing, Aquaman?
Yeah. But ever since like New 52, and maybe even a little before that, I'm not too sure. And DC Rebirth, Aquaman has become significantly more powerful to a point where it's like he's like the ultimate badass.
He's Superman underwater.
He literally underwater. He is Superman. Like you can't stop him.
So like, what would be the setting for the fight?
I would say like Miami Beach.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Because there's buildings for Superman and land.
Superman clearly like out of the water would win.
Yeah, and then like, but then it's like Aquaman's like, oh, I got you, and like brings him under.
Aquaman could take a fucking punch.
Yeah, even outside of the water. Sometimes though, like depending on like what you're like what it is, like Aquaman usually sometimes dehydrates twice as fast outside of the water, depending who the writer is. So like that also depends too if you want to apply that. I would never apply that because I think it's stupid. Like if Admiral Akbar can survive in a spaceship without water, then like Aquaman can like walk on a beach. It's fine.
Yeah. Who do you like? Who do you think wins?
I think Superman would win.
I'm leaning towards Superman too.
But if someone, I feel like I bring that up because I feel like someone out there could pose a strong argument, like for the antithesis. So, like I would love, I would like to hear someone like say like I'm not saying it's you guys because I'm pretty sure you probably think it's Superman too if I know you.
Yeah, he would. But in water, no.
Right.
Absolutely not.
What if he had like?
I mean, he wouldn't be killed, but he'd be beaten down.
Yeah.
I mean, especially because you wear him out enough, you get into the depths of the ocean, and he's still missing the sun, the radiation of the sun. So.
What if he has like kryptonite, like coral nunchucks?
Oh, Aquaman.
Yeah, dude.
You bring like
how
kryptonite,
badass is
like,
that?
The smallest gas.
I would win if I had kryptonite anything against Superman.
You ever see like videos of people using like dual nunchucks? It's impressive.
It is impressive.
And if he had like oh, I found this radiation like leaked coral reef.
Just had him on his trident.
Just like in Batman vs Superman.
Some thought it was climate change. No, it is kryptonite. And then like,
What if kryptonite is the result of climate change though?
Then we're fucked.
I'll pose this to you because I think I know how you feel though. Superman versus Martian Manhunter. New 52 Martian Manhunter.
New 52 Martian Manhunter? Mm-hmm. Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. For people who don't know, yes, Martian Manhunter. All right, Martian Manhunter is pretty much almost very like Superman with some differences. But in New 52 especially, he's crazy fucking strong. Okay. And like he's got, super strength, super durability, most of the same things as Superman. Plus, he has the ability to shapeshift and phase and stuff. But his pure strength is in line with Superman's. Mm-hmm. And he is one of the few beings that could, or a few things in the world, in the universe, that can pierce Superman's skin. Like, he can phase his hand into Superman, grab his heart, and then just squash it, and Superman would be dead.
So what, does he have, like, a disadvantage?
Fire.
Yeah, so Superman's heat vision would fuck him up.
Could mess him up, but also that guy can just, what if that heat vision misses, like he can phase into him and then destroy him internally.
Yeah,
they could go blow for blow too.
Also,
like
Martian Manhunter has psychic abilities too.
That's super interesting. Yeah, I'm going with that guy.
Yeah, I think Martian Manhunter. I think Superman could win, but I think Martian Manhunter has a greater advantage of winning. It's like a 60-40.
Like throughout, like the history of since Martian Manhunter has been created, Superman at one point he would like name a couple individuals in the universe that he was afraid of, who he knew could take him. Martian Manhunter was one of them every time.
Yeah,
that's really saying something.
Yeah, Martian Manhunter's a badass. He doesn't get enough recognition. He should be in Justice League, and it's bullshit that he's not.
Yeah,
I was about to say why isn't he? Like why?
Because
same reason that Green Lantern isn't in it, because DC. Well, I guess Green Lantern because it's still close to that shit movie that came out, but still.
Dude, I like Green Lantern a lot.
Green Lantern's awesome, and he is one of it doesn't make sense to not have him in it since he is one of the founding members.
Yeah, it's stupid. I mean, listen, like Ant-Man and Wasp weren't in the first Avengers movie.
Yeah, but Green Lantern is way more known than Ant-Man and Wasp to the general public.
Good point.
I don't know much about superheroes except like I do keep up with like the movies and such and like that kind of thing. I don't really go too in depth with comics, but like I know a lot about Green Lantern. I don't know nearly as much about Ant-Man,
right,
or anyone else. Like I know like of like what they can do, but like more in depthly, like I know more about like Green Lantern, like his backstory, like all that kind of stuff. He's more well known just
Yeah.
overall.
Also, too, like Green Lantern has always been kind of like the Star Wars like stories of like DC Comics. You know, it's like going to different planets, like seeing all the different races and like the imaginative like storylines and like the creative creatures that like are like involved too. The Blue Lanterns are like really cool. Like they're based on like faith and religion. Then you have like the Red Lantern Corps, which like Atrocitus is like the leader, and they just are blood hungry. If like you like all like the cores of like the lanterns, it's a color spectrum, and like each color like represents Larfleeze, the orange lanterns that for greed. So he's like the only yellow orange lantern because he just is
everybody else.
What's up?
Because he killed everyone else.
Yeah, he did, and because he just wants the power for himself because it's greed.
Yeah.
You would find it very interesting. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, that's super cool. He's confirmed not to be in the Justice League, Green Lantern.
Not in the first movie.
Well, the rumor is he's going to show up at the end and like whether like the last second to warn of a bigger threat coming, like after they defeat Steppenwolf, or in like a post-credit thing if they decide to do that. But he's not going to be.
The fact that it's Steppenwolf for the villain.
Well, they got to set up, Darkseid. You got to introduce that.
Steppenwolf, you can have whatchamacallit. Like there's so many.
Steppenwolf is the general of Apocalypse's fucking armies and stuff, so it makes sense. Not that he's a great character or anything, but yeah, it is what it is.
Steppenwolf is a underrated band from the 70s. On the record.
Like there's whatchamacallit. Out of all the Darkseid elite characters, I think, in my opinion, Granny Goodness should be.
All right, but you want that for different reasons. Because she's ridiculous. She is very powerful and everything, but
she's much more of a threat. Like, did you watch the Superman animated series when you were a kid? You watched Justice League, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't really remember.
Do you remember the old woman that like worked for Darkseid and she sounded like a man?
No.
Let me see if I can pull up a picture.
Dude, it's been a while since like I've watched that, and you know what? Like I scroll past it like on Netflix like all the time, and I'm like, I should probably get into this again. I remember this being like a really cool thing.
They're awesome. And Superman animated series is for free on Amazon Prime streaming. Well, let's see, Green Lantern. I want to think of a matchup for Green Lantern, Connor.
I think Green Lantern, and I want to kind of cross boundaries here. I'm going to do DC Marvel. So how about Green Lantern versus Iron Man?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think I'd take the Lantern. I think I would take the Lantern, honestly. You don't think so?
It's tough. It would depend on which Lantern, but overall, I think that. That's tough.
That's not ringing any bells.
No.
In terms of Granny Goodness.
Because on the other hand, if you're going Green Lantern, Will is supposedly the strongest of the spectrum, and he can create any object with
Thea is no
with the ring, any sort of construct or anything. Plus, it could shoot bombs and lasers and everything.
Yeah.
But Iron Man's, if he has a full lineup of like suits like he did in Iron Man 3 that he blew up for some reason, he definitely stand a chance. Iron Man does have a lot of powerful weapons, especially those based off the arc reactor.
And he also has, if there's the Extremis armor too.
And the Extremis armor, yeah, which is fucking badass. That's tough.
When we're thinking of these fights or these scenarios, let's just try to automatically assume that they're at their peak. Makes it easier.
I think the Green Lantern could take him. Like, I think the Green Lantern would take out Iron Man.
I think it's the reason why I chose Iron Man is I don't know who would win.
I don't know, because the suits that he makes are insanely durable.
Yeah.
Plus, they do release powerful blasts, but Green Lantern is especially say we're doing Hal Jordan, is very, very powerful. The Green Lantern ring is one of the most powerful weapons in DC Universe.
Yeah,
for sure.
But like, here's the thing: like, the constructs are not indestructible. Like, if he makes a brick wall construct, Iron Man can blow that up with a missile.
Right. The constructs are only as strong as
And the unibeams.
The wearer's will, but they even then, like with the strongest will in the world, the constructs can be broken. But if he gets in good hits and he could pop them up out of nowhere, and depending on what he chooses when he hits them, it could do a lot of damage. And the Iron Man suits are not indestructible either. They could take a lot of stuff because of the material they're made out of, even the extremist armor. I do think though that Iron Man might win because he has more variety of weapons at his disposal just in his suit.
Right. And also too, like, one thing Tony Stark has, one thing that they both have that's advantageous to both of them is their imagination and like what they can do, and like but it's applied in two different ways. So like Hal Jordan has the strongest will, so he's considered the strongest Green Lantern, but he also has a great imagination. He's like, I'm not just gonna have like a fist come out of my ring. I'm gonna have like 2 missiles coming at you. Like it's funny,
Yeah.
But then like also Tony Stark's imagination works in a different way. He's like, I'm gonna fucking build something that's gonna like be able to take you, and this is how I think it's gonna go.
And all right, another advantage for Tony is he's a genius.
Yeah, he is
He's a super genius.
Whereas like Hal Jordan, he's not stupid. He's an Air Force pilot. Like, you have to be smart to be that.
Yeah, so he has a more tactical approach, but
Tony Stark is he is. I mean, I know in DC Universe they level their intellects, and I think like Lex Luthor is like a level 9 intellect or something like that.
well, all right. The smartest in Marvel is Reed Richards, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
Tony is top 5, I think.
and Peter Parker's up there with them too.
Yeah, but I think I would give a slight edge because even with whether Green Lantern shoots just a laser from the ring, like highly concentrated, or he shoots a missile or anything, it's the same power source. While Iron Man, he's got like different size bombs with different capacities, different levels of strength and everything. Plus the unibeam, plus anything he fires using arc reactor technology. And all the variety of armors he has.
What about,
the
like,
Hulkbuster, fuck his day up.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. But can't like Green Lantern construct like a force field like around himself, like in any way to like
Yeah,
protect
you can
himself?
create shields and stuff.
Yeah,
he
so,
can
like-
create anything he thinks up.
But if like they both fly, like correct.
But it's not permanent. Like, it could be destroyed, and in order he has to
Recharge his ring.
He has to recharge his ring. That's right. I mean, the Iron Man suits do have that advantage because of the technology they use. But a Green Lantern does have to recharge his ring. Well, each of the Lantern members have to recharge their ring, so he is on a quicker, a much more limited basis. Granted, they do last a while, but like, say he has a shield.
Yeah.
Like, he's creating a shield. He has to drop that shield in order to make another construct unless he has another lantern ring on his finger or on him.
Okay. Do you think like what would run out first, like a charge of like the ring or like Iron Man's like arsenal of like
I think it depends how the fight goes. Because it's like, if Hal Jordan's like, all right, I need a suit of armor the whole time while I fight, and I'm still going to have constructs to fight him, it's going to run out pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. But if you give Hal Jordan a Blue Lantern ring to go with his Green Lantern ring, he'll destroy Iron Man quickly because the Blue Lantern rings supercharge the shit out of Green Lantern rings. Plus, he has 2 constructs, so he could have a shield going and then another thing going at the same time,
So you could, like,
which
make,
would
like,
be
a
completely
Warhammer,
advantageous.
just, like- yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've been big on Warhammer.
That would be a
since-
really good fucking fight, though. I want to see that.
That would be great.
All right, another DC Marvel one for you: The Flash versus Quicksilver.
Flash, easily.
Hands down.
As cool. I don't even think there's a really competition there. And Quicksilver is a cool character. Great origin story. Great character development, especially with Scarlet Witch in the X-Men series
Even though he wants to fuck her.
and Avengers. Yeah, which is weird. But I mean, we're massive Star Wars fans too, and
Yeah, but
the Flash is just much more powerful in general, Speed Force wise. Like, the Speed Force is literally like a cosmic entity, or like
it's like a cosmic power source.
it is, and like he can travel through time. Like, that's how fast he is. He has to like be careful not to do that. And like not only can he like move fast, he can think fast. In fact, he can vibrate his molecules so fast that he can walk through walls
And people.
and people. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's kind of just like, again, I like Quicksilver a lot. I think he's definitely a worthy speedster to acknowledge and bring back into stories. But like,
It's the Flash.
the Flash, yeah, Barry Allen's Flash is incredible.
I think there have been calculations about who's faster, and I think the Flash is faster. So that's clearly an advantage. But whether it's Barry or Wally, they're both smarter than Quicksilver.
Yeah,
They can outsmart him. Quicksilver gets very arrogant, so that's a disadvantage for him because he'll be like, he lands one punch, he'll be like, using like being snarky about it, and will let his guard down a little bit. Yeah, time travel helps phasing through things, although I think Quicksilver might be able to do that. But yeah, no, the Flash is definitely more powerful. I mean, infinite mass punch. Flash can throw lightning.
yes,
Quicksilver can't. He's faster. I think. Let me see this. All right, Quicksilver. I think he could reach. Like Mach 4 or Mach 5 or something, depending on the story. Like, and he has had his powers enhanced, but the Flash can also siphon Speed Force to make himself faster. He can survive in the Speed Force. He can just lock Quicksilver in the Speed Force and he won't be able to get out.
yes.
So it's like an easy win there. But he could also use After Image and like almost have like duplicates of himself in a way. Time Remnants. Yeah, I definitely think the Flash would kick Quicksilver's ass.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, just going off what you said, I don't think there's really like a competition.
Yeah, like
honestly.
their power sets are more or less the same with some differences. I mean, they're both speedsters, but there are some differences between them because there's more to speedsters than just being super fucking fast.
It just comes off like the Flash is just more versatile.
Mm-hmm. More versatile. He's smarter. It's faster.
In the Justice League cartoon, he took down the Brainiac and Lex Luthor Legion.
Well, yeah,
Superman couldn't even do it.
He ripped Brainiac out of Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And he went so fast that he created a Speed Force wormhole. And like he went so fast that he was vibrating so fast that he entered
It's a great
the Speed Force
episode.
as an awesome episode.
I need to go home and watch this. Like I feel like no,
You should.
Yeah, probably
You should because
right?
they're great.
Dude, well, what you should do is you should watch Young Justice.
Just
Is that
watch
the
both
older
of them.
one?
No, it came. It came out. How? What? 2012. Young Justice.
Yeah. No, watch the Justice League shows first, and then watch Young Justice.
So is Young Justice on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
So are the Justice League shows.
I know the Justice League one is. I scroll past it like all the time and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm always tempted.
Watch that before you watch Young Justice. Another advantage that the Flash, whether it's Wally or Barry or even Jay Garrick, have over Quicksilver has undergone like several mental breakdowns and episodes of suffer from mental illness. So, depending on the mood you catch him in or what you threaten him with, or you threaten Wanda or something, his sister Scarlet Witch, you'll be good.
What about? Let's get Batman involved. Batman versus Daredevil.
Batman.
Batman versus the Punisher.
Batman.
Batman versus Nick Snyder.
Sick Nighter.
America wins that one.
Depends how long your beard is.
It depends if Dentino's involved or not.
Well, I'm now Denise, so yeah.
I was looking at this comic panel today, and it was talking about how great of a fighter and how smart Batman is, and it was him fighting Deathstroke. And Deathstroke, who is one of the best fighters in DC, and
an enhanced human. He's technically a metahuman.
he's a metahuman because
Yeah.
he pretty much got like the Captain America serum almost, and who could probably like take down almost any fighter in Marvel too. Because he's like that excellent of a fighter with every sort of weapon physically.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize how excellent of a fighter Deathstroke is. He makes Deadshot look like a pussy, and he makes normal non-metahuman super like heroes just besides Batman, like
Yeah.
Green Arrow, I don't think could take down Deathstroke at all. And I love Green Arrow.
No, he couldn't. It was saying like how Deathstroke was saying is like if you make one mistake or you miss a 1 millisecond or whatever smaller thing than that, but you make like one mistake within that, he will beat the fuck out of you and you will lose. Mm-hmm. He's because Batman is super smart. He's an amazing fighter because he's been trained by the best of the best, and that like he because he doesn't have powers, he has to train ridiculously. And like Deathstroke said, he goes, if he didn't was against killing, he could kill me easily. And Deathstroke is an insanely good fighter. Mm-hmm. That's why Batman versus Deathstroke, I'm happy Deathstroke is presumably going to be in the Batman because I think that would provide for great action set pieces. And while Deathstroke does use a lot of variety of weapons, he's amazing with swords, every type of gun, explosives, you name it. Batman also has all of his gadgets too. Mm-hmm. So it comes down to
like the shark repellent.
Yeah, and the Bat credit card. But Batman, especially because he can study his enemies really quick, mm-hmm. so he could take down. He could find your vulnerabilities. Like he would be able to deduce that Daredevil's blind probably, and be able to fight him.
Yeah.
His ass. Punisher would be a really good fight, but Punisher can handle himself physically, but he's really more of a brute force, bang bang type of dude.
Yeah.
But Batman would win.
I more or less just tried to pick I don't know, I wanted to get Batman involved, but I more or less since Batman doesn't have powers, tried to pick someone that in more in a hand-to-hand combat fight, fighters that more depend on that.
Well, I think here's a better one that it has been concluded as a tie is Batman versus Captain America.
That's pretty badass. Yeah.
And in JLA versus Avengers, they fight each other, and Batman even says he's you're my equal, fighting wise. They're literally blocking punches with each other the entire time.
Yeah, Batman is a genius. He is a master tactician. For a human, he's at peak human strength. He's mm-hmm. the peak fitness of a normal human. But yeah, he's so calculated. Every move's so calculated in certain ways that he is, one of the best hand-to-hand fighters.
He doesn't just throw a punch. He knows what he's doing.
He's going to throw a punch. He knows how hard he has to hit you. He knows the best spot to hit you. He knows, he can see your weakness. Say you're a southpaw, he'll hit you, this way. He knows when you're going to jab like this, you're leaving yourself open here, or this, that, and the other thing. If Deathstroke can admit that, because Deathstroke is arguably one of the best fighters mm-hmm. in DC and Marvel, it makes sense. And I'm not just saying that just because it's Batman, it's because it's true.
Because Batman's real.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think Batman versus Captain America is definitely the most interesting, I guess you would say. I don't know. If I had to pick between the two of them, I'd probably pick Batman. But I'm pretty biased towards Batman, honestly.
I think that's what it comes down to, is because Batman's my favorite superhero ever. And if someone were to say Captain America, I wouldn't be what an idiot. I would totally see their point of view.
Yeah. But we did see him hold down a helicopter and bring it to the ground in Civil War. That
was totally a shot for all right, we know you're forcing to bring your girlfriends. Here's Chris Evans. Shot.
Dude, that was
but it was still badass
that was for everybody, dude.
It was awesome. Yeah, I agree. Do you think obviously Batman has his gadgets, but Captain America's use of the shield is probably a huge advantage, I think, towards him too. It's basically his own little
because that's a batarang deflector right there.
Yeah, it's his own weapon. He can just ricochet that off anything, going at crazy speed.
Yeah, you talk about geometry, Daredevil was doing geometry and physics. That's how Captain America throws a shield like that.
Let's do a team up. Let's extend the olive branch a little farther here, fellas. Tag team. How about Batman and Deathstroke on a team versus Captain America and Winter Soldier on a team?
Batman and Deathstroke.
Yeah?
I think so, because Deathstroke is definitely better than the Winter Soldier. I mean, the Winter Soldier is, again, a high class, trained assassin, but he's not really enhanced. I mean, his metal arm obviously is an enhancement, and he's great with a wide variety of weapons too. But I think Deathstroke is a better tactician. I think he's smarter than him. He does have natural enhancements, and he's an expert in like every form of fighting too. The guy is unbelievably like a great fighter. So I think that he would take down Winter Soldier, and then him and Batman would team up on Cap. If Batman didn't take down Cap first, or vice versa, and I think Deathstroke can go blow to blow with Captain America.
All right, then instead of Winter Soldier, let's replace that with Taskmaster.
Taskmaster and Captain America.
Yeah,
because Taskmaster. Well, unless
do you know who Taskmaster is?
I have no idea.
Let's explain who Taskmaster is first.
Okay, Taskmaster is a supervillain who his power is he can memorize a person's fighting technique and match it exactly, and even outdo them using their own techniques. So like he'll look at you, you did like 5 moves, he'll have your entire moveset, he'll know everything, and he can go blow for blow with you like that. So like
I think they would take it then.
Yeah, but he also every time he learns a new technique, he also forgets old ones. Like it replaces it. So
if the new is improved, then.
But if you're going back and forth, like he's got Deathstroke right here, and then Batman comes out of nowhere, he's got to readjust to that. And if you go within a certain time frame for that, within like a couple seconds, could work Batman and Deathstroke's advantage.
Would it be smarter for him to then go against the more powerful of the duo to then be more powerful per se? So basically, well, he could also choose which one to. I guess he could choose not to, unless is it natural? Like is it what's the word? So if Batman's like the more powerful, like between the two.
If I were Taskmaster, I would say let me fight Batman so I can get
more powerful.
Yeah, so I can get his techniques out of the like
as Cap could handle his own against Deathstroke. Yeah,
exactly. I think Captain America Deathstroke fight would be an amazing fight to begin with, because especially if Deathstroke didn't have his guns, because he carries like an arsenal. It was just pure swords and knives and stuff, and like with Captain America's shield, because Captain America's shield, like that is an awesome weapon.
Well, it's made out of
vibranium,
which is actually the second strongest substance in Marvel Comics. Yeah, adamantium is stronger.
I was about to test him, see if he knew that, dickhead.
Adamantium is stronger.
Thanks, Denise.
You're welcome, Dad.
That's what Wolverine's skeleton and claws are made out of.
Yeah, I think like a Captain America versus Deathstroke fight would be awesome.
Yeah.
Fun fact: Deadpool is a parody of Deathstroke.
I was about to say that.
Well, the creator Rob Liefeld denies it, but Slade Wilson, Wade Wilson, they have similar fighting styles and everything. It is.
It totally is.
But he just denies it. He's like, no, that's not what it was.
Because now Deadpool is this like marketable character. Like they don't want to advertise him as a parody.
I don't want to sound corny, but like I used to watch Teen Titans as a kid. Is Slade supposed to be like Deathstroke?
Yeah, but
that is Deathstroke.
They didn't have the rights to say Deathstroke.
But it's pretty much like
it is Deathstroke. Because
that's what I keep picturing in my head like when you're saying.
I know a lot of people like that Teen Titans series. I don't.
I liked it when I was like 11.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even really like it then, and but I understand why people love it.
I liked Cyborg.
Yeah, it's just like it was too, and people complain about Teen Titans Go being too child friendly and kiddie. The Teen Titans original series I thought was way too child friendly and kiddie, like at that time too.
Dude, it's a huge difference though. Teen Titans Go is just like ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand that the difference is absolutely clear, but then but I still thought that of the old show, and like the Teen Titans comics was like it was so groundbreaking because it treated teenagers like adults, like thinking adults, and while also being relevant to teenagers, and like I feel like the show lost that completely. And that's what's so cool is that like you have Slade Wilson, the Deathstroke, is a major villain for the Teen Titans.
He is like the villain,
and like he's like he challenges them not only like morally but physically as well, and like He's awesome. He's such a great villain. Deathstroke is just so sick.
Is he
With
like
a Q.
what?
With a Q.
With a Q.
With a Q.
Sick.
Sick.
So is he like gonna be like a confirmed villain for like
Yeah.
solo Batman? Like he is?
Yeah.
Ben Affleck Batman?
Ben Affleck. Batfleck.
Batfleck.
Yeah.
I'm about that.
Yeah, even though the script is undergoing a rewrite and, all these other things, they already announced he's the villain. They're not going to take that out now. But I want to see a Deathstroke versus Batman fight on screen. That'd be so amazing.
Have they confirmed who's gonna be Deathstroke?
Joe Manganiello.
What is he in previously?
Did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Marshall's that big dude that Marshall's friends with from law school.
Oh, really?
Yeah, him. I forget what his fucking name is on the show. He's been in a whole bunch of. He was actually Flash Thompson in the original Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, he was.
Peter Parker's bully. He was in Magic Mike, I think. He was one of the strippers.
Oh, that's like my favorite movie.
Yeah,
we know
I've
Denise.
seen you touch yourself to it.
All right, guys, let's not talk about that here.
What else? He's been in stuff like randomly. But yeah, he's gonna be Deathstroke, and he's built like Deathstroke, so that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's a big fucking dude.
I just hope they kind of make him old like how Deathstroke, because Deathstroke's old.
Oh, he's like middle aged, but Joe Manganiello is like
He's gray, dude. He's gray as fuck.
Yeah. Okay. This guy. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
This guy would be a good villain.
Well, I think Joe Manganiello is like 50 or he's like in his 40s or 50, and he's got gray to him.
Kind of looks like Justin Rodman, honestly.
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
A little bit.
Like what Justin wants to look like. Probably.
If you don't know who Justin Rodman is, you should go look up the ones you forgot.
Shout out. Look up the band The Hogs too. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're pretty sweet.
Yeah, he was in like True Blood, which whatever.
True Blood.
Brad. That was his name in How I Met Your Mother. Brad.
Looks like a Brad.
You're a Brad.
I'm not a Brad. If my name wasn't Nick/Denise, what would it be?
It would be Bradgelina.
Evan Zupan.
Oh, Jesus.
Bradgelina Zupan.
Bradgelina Zupan? At least let me be Croupan.
No. That's
Tyler Bachner.
Yeah.
Oh. Ugh.
All right.
Anthony Dentino.
That's the worst.
All right. Here's another fight that is actually highly debated, and there was an epic rap battle of history on this episode, or on these two: Superman versus Goku.
Goku. It's like not even like the fact that people debate this is annoying. Like Superman is immensely powerful. It's extraordinary the things that he can do
and can take.
But not a spirit bomb.
Yeah, here's the thing: as much as powerful Superman, he can destroy the planet, but he'd have to go around the planet, whereas Goku can just blow up the planet. It's annoying because there is no fight there. Again, I am a much bigger comic book fan than I am a Dragon Ball Z fan, even though I love Dragon Ball Z. It's just you have to apply logic to it.
I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, and Goku definitely takes that fight. Goku is so powerful. I feel like Goku is just I don't know. Does Goku shoot beams from his eyes? I don't think I've ever seen him do that.
No, he doesn't. But he could shoot beams from his fucking hands.
That's what I'm saying. You don't I think.
And I appreciate Superman as a character more. I find Superman more I like him more. But you also.
You like him more than Goku?
Yeah, but
it's Goku.
I understand. I love Goku, but Goku is more powerful than Superman. That's just logic, Yeah,
Superman is obviously invulnerable. He is incredibly powerful. Bulletproof, all those sorts of things. He's as long as there's a yellow sun, he can keep absorbing it. But he's also weak to magic, and Ki is kind of mystical. If you think about it. which is
Yeah.
certain people can like use it or
it's a type of thing. Plus, Goku also is an alien, so he has stronger physiology. Even when he's a kid in Dragon Ball, bullets bounced off him, so those don't do shit either. He's fought. He destroyed Super Buu and Kid Buu, which were incredibly fucking powerful and can constantly regenerate, along with he didn't really technically kill Cell. Gohan beat Cell, but he beat Frieza the first time around, who at one point was the most powerful being. When he went to Super Saiyan, let's talk about this. Goku has Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 2, Super Saiyan 3. If you want to count GT, he's got Super Saiyan 4. He's got the Super Saiyan God with the red flame, and then he's got Super Saiyan God Blue. Mm-hmm. So he's all those forms. So he just keeps getting powerful whenever he wants to light shit up.
Yeah, Superman just doesn't. He can't transform to become more powerful.
Right. Goku can.
Goku, I think, beats Superman definitely at Super Saiyan 3. I just think he just.
Plus, if Goku wants to, he's just like, oh, Superman is vulnerable to a red sun. He becomes like a normal human. Goku can find out where red sun is. Just call up King Kai. Instant transmission to a planet nearby, and obliterate Superman.
Yeah, that's it. It's not even a fight. I don't even want to bring Goku or anywhere into this because Goku would just win every fight. That's how it is. It is what it is. I don't like. You can argue at me until the day I die. You're wrong. Goku would always win.
Not against Yamcha.
He could incinerate him with a nice Kamehameha wave.
Yeah.
So, and Spirit Bomb could
Let's get grounded here, young fellas. I want to start getting more villains.
All right.
Because we've been talking about Deathstroke. Darkseid versus Thanos.
Darkseid.
Yeah.
Unless you give Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet, because brute strength they're the same, but Darkseid has the Omega beams on his side. He's got. Mm-hmm. I think he does have an advantage.
He also has like an army.
Yeah. Well, Thanos can whip up an army like no big deal. And we know that Thanos is a ripoff of Darkseid too.
True.
But you give Thanos the Infinity Gauntlet, and he could take down anybody anytime. It doesn't matter. But that would be really good though. I think
it's hard to see. I don't know. Actually, that's one I would have to kind of like look at more. I think Darkseid too. Do you have any questions about this fight?
Not really. I would love to see like a clash of villains. That's like a cool concept like in itself. Mm-hmm. Like to see like because they're pretty much the two most powerful villains in both universes. Like correct. So like
yeah, essentially. Like Thanos is like the dark side of Marvel, and Darkseid is like the Thanos of DC.
They are more powerful than both of them in their respective universes. But if you're talking big bads, Darkseid is number one pretty much. There are cosmic entities which are more powerful. There are like Galactus is more powerful than Thanos.
Yeah.
So,
but like I'm not even gonna bring cosmic entities in this because it's so annoying.
They're both like semi-god tiers, like level of power. There are literal gods in both universes.
When you say Galactus, like being like a cosmic being, does that have anything to do with Doctor Strange? Or no?
No, that was Dormammu.
No, that was Dormammu. Okay.
Yeah, no, there's a difference between the two things. Like Galactus is from the universe before the current universe and stuff, and he has he's got a massive frame. He's got cosmic powers are like the ultimate powers.
He has to consume planets to stay alive. That's how powerful he is.
Wow.
Amongst other things, but yeah, he could take down.
Like that's your diet.
Mm-hmm. But you give Darkseid the anti-life equation, and he can take down,
the universe.
The universe. Yeah, exactly. That would be good. Let's see, villains. Let's go with the Horde from Split. No, I'm kidding. Fuck that movie. It's just Connor's friend.
Totally.
What would be a good villain battle?
Let's bring Venom. Venom versus somebody from DC.
Venom is sick.
How about Venom versus Killer Croc? Or Venom versus Bane?
Dude.
I
I think I'm going to go with Venom.
think the symbiote gives Venom an advantage over Bane, even with the Titan formula.
Yeah. I say Venom too, because I think it would be a sick fight. Like the symbiote can make it can protrude sharp objects out of his skin.
It can do like similar to any lantern with constructs. It creates it out of its own
Right.
flesh or whatever. Not to mention the enhancements that it gives it, and you cut off like whatever is feeding Bane the Titan formula. Cut that out, and Bane is just like a normal dude.
Less than
Still a
normal.
great fighter,
Yeah.
but can get his ass kicked.
All right. Yeah, I would say Venom too.
I think Venom just poses more of like an overall threat. He has more in his arsenal.
Plus, the symbiote can consume things.
Yeah. Imagine if the symbiote took over Bane.
Imagine the symbiote took over Superman.
Remember, what was it? I didn't read the comic, but one time the Carnage symbiote took over Silver Surfer, and that was like a giant.
That was not even fair.
Yeah,
Like that's the end of the entire universe.
like that's just like, oh shit, we're this is not going to be any okay. It's like 9/11 times a million.
I think Silver Surfer is probably one of the coolest superhero concepts out there. I like the Silver Surfer a lot.
Yeah.
He was like
Silver Surfer is awesome unless you're looking at the Fantastic Four sequel.
No,
years
shut
and
fuck
years
that.
ago.
That movie doesn't exist.
Galactus was a cloud.
How about maybe we can do some more anti-heroes too. I kind of like this Marvel vs. DC, but let's get Ghost Rider.
fuck yeah, Nicolas Cage.
Okay. Against.
A cage of bees.
I want you guys to think of somebody. Ghost Rider versus you. You guys pick it.
Ghost Rider versus Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing. 100%. Swamp Thing is another Superman power level. I don't know if he's like on par with Superman, but he's immensely strong. He's essentially like a walking rainforest of like power.
Yeah, but Ghost Rider, he's always as strong as you need him to be. He can take a punch without flinching from the Hulk.
True.
He can use the past of like, even though Swamp Thing is technically like was a human, but now he's not. It's what the fuck is it? I keep forgetting words I'm thinking for. But like he's a sentient
Yeah.
being now instead of a human. He still has a past, and he could use that against him. Plus, Ghost Rider, fucking. He has the power of the devil behind him, more or less.
True. I think Swamp Thing would win just based on sheer strength alone.
Yeah, but the thing with Ghost Rider, he can be in any situation, he could be as strong as he needs to be in that situation.
I understand, but like you can be as strong as you need to be.
He can set
Doesn't
Swamp
make
Thing
you-
on fire.
Yeah, he can. And that is a weakness to Swamp Thing, but Swamp Thing has fought more dangerous adversaries than what Ghost Rider can possess. Like he fought, like he essentially like cured the world from the rot, which the rot is pretty much just death coming, and he like defeated it. So
wow.
Because Swamp Thing is essentially like the representation of life, because it's plants, it's plant life, and like I mean you're very in tune and you're very knowledgeable of the environment. Like, so why are swamps important?
Swamps are important because they pretty much cycle like oxygen throughout the environment. At least for like life to exist, we need oxygen. So like photosynthesis, absorbing energy from the sun, then respirating back, creates just a cycle of life for like the normal species of any kind to like sustain.
Now you explained that much better than I ever could, and that's what essentially Swamp Thing represents. And like when you go against the rot, when something is rotting, it's usually dead or dying, and he fought the representations of that. And
like pretty much life just overcoming death.
yes, so like when like
That's deep.
I have that. I'm telling you, dude, the New 52 Swamp Thing storyline was incredible. It was one of the better things that came out of the New 52
So
amongst
keep
a lot of shit.
mentioning the New 52. Like, inform me. Like,
Okay, so New 52 was the DC Universe reboot before DC Rebirth
are these comics or shows?
comics.
Okay.
And essentially it was 52 storylines getting rebooted for like a new audience.
Okay, so it's pretty much just like a
Right.
more refreshed.
And then like Alec Holland, who is Swamp Thing, is like it comes back. He was Swamp Thing, now he isn't, and I kind of forget how it all goes down. Like Superman even comes down, and he's like, "We need Swamp Thing," and he's like, "No, I'm done." You know.
That's a
Plus, Ghost Rider can give him the penance stare, which like he gathers the pain of every individual that was ever like say Swamp Thing ever fought, good and evil, and destroyed, and use that against him for all of eternity and like break him down and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both mystical beings.
Yeah.
Because Swamp Thing is a creation of the Green.
I can totally see Ghost Rider winning, but I just think if I had to make a bet, I would put my money on Swamp Thing. Because as much as Ghost Rider and you've made it clear that Ghost Rider is as strong as you need him to be, but like you're also I feel like you're not I don't think you're dismissing it, but I don't want people to dismiss how powerful, just by pure strength, how powerful Swamp Thing is. Screwed that up a little bit, whatever. Yeah, I don't know, but what do you between our explanations? What would you say, Nick?
I think the overall power of life is going to beat Ghost Rider. Personally, I don't know, something about that mysticism is I'm biased. I like plants.
Dude, when you walk with Nick outside, he like points at moss and he's like, "That moss." Like,
yeah, I'm deer kid.
you are deer. You're deer boy from Mr. Pickles.
That's such like a. Damn it, man. Can I at least be like a moose or something?
This is my dear wife and my dear boy. Ayoe. That's so fucking you.
All right, Connor. Aquaman versus Namor.
Submariner?
The Submariner, yeah.
Aquaman.
All right.
Yeah.
Why? Namor, the Submariner is Marvel's Aquaman.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just feel like he's had a confusing history.
Aquaman.
Are you saying that because you're Aquaman?
That. And I don't know if Aquaman is as powerful as you're saying, and like the guy you previously mentioned, I don't really know too much about, honestly. But if Aquaman is like pretty much the Superman in the water, and if they're fighting in the water, I think Aquaman wins that battle.
And like Namor, like, correct me if I'm wrong, the last thing I ever really read him in a comic was Avengers vs. X-Men. Keep bringing these up, but we are talking about duels between heroes and villains. He was just kind of there with the Phoenix Force, and he didn't really do anything besides that. So he probably is very powerful, but like they never like emphasize in like how powerful he is, or they don't really. There might be a lack of demonstration. Again, I probably could be wrong. And I just
He's an alpha level mutant, technically.
But an alpha level mutant isn't Superman power level strong.
Fair.
That's the thing. And
if Aquaman is, you're saying Superman power level, correct? Just in the water.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they'd fight in the water.
yeah, I would want them to fight in the water.
That'd be really stupid.
Yeah.
Fight in the water.
Like, dude,
Like on a
Submariner
beach.
versus Aquaman. Let's put him in Iran.
Just throw him in a desert.
Yeah,
just, Just see what happens.
Let's put him in Cairo.
Let's put him on the Great Wall with Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Yeah, I think I would go with Aquaman. I think that's definitely my pick.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, give or take, like my logic's pretty like piss poor because I don't really know too much about the other guy. But like with like what you've just pretty much told me with like basic background, I think he's the guy.
Pat, who are some? I agree. Who are some Alpha 11 mutants?
Oh, you want me to look that up?
Yeah, look that up, Nick. I want you to think of 2 while he's looking that up.
What, to go against one another?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's pick. Damn. All right. What about Thor versus Spider-Man?
Thor.
Thor wins that one?
Yeah, because like Thor controls electricity.
But it's Spider-Man.
He has crazy amount of strength. Yeah, but Thor's a demigod.
Yeah. Again, as much as I love Spider-Man, Spider-Man's like, I'm on a wall, you can't reach me, and they just like electrifies the wall. Yeah. Like that's all he has to do, really.
Plus, Mjolnir can crush Spider-Man's skull.
Yeah. Again, love Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man more than I love Thor. But it's, you gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Thor would win most fights.
What about Deadpool versus Wolverine? Did I say that already?
Yeah, you did.
Ah, fuck. Such a good one in my head.
You're never allowed back on the show now.
Damn it. Why am I Evan?
Wait, you're not Evan?
No, I'm Denise.
Oh yeah.
Or am I?
Evan Dentino.
Ooh.
Denise Bogner.
Ooh.
Oh, she's going to be insulted about that.
I hope she doesn't listen to this episode.
Poor girl.
I'm messaging her right now saying what you said.
What about like Luke Cage against? I don't know. Who would Luke Cage be like a cool fight against? Someone of like the same physicality.
Colossus.
That's sick. Yeah, that is sick.
Colossus.
I think Colossus would win though.
Yeah, I think Colossus would win too.
Just on that accent, let alone.
Protein. Good for bones.
You come with me, Mr. Wilson.
What he has like great lines in that movie.
Yeah, I do like. I like that they threw him in that movie. Like, so that is that pretty much like setting up for like him to be like that's like an X-Men like recruitment like kind of movie, like right? Like not really, but like
I don't know.
like hey, we're here kind of thing.
Well, him and Negasonic Teenage Warhead are both going to be in Deadpool 2. Apparently.
She is so cool. Like
yeah, they changed her powers from the comics though.
Yeah,
what is her original power?
I don't remember.
It's like telekinetic stuff, I think.
Well, I think they did a cooler.
Yeah,
I like this rendition more.
So did I because she was funny.
Dude, I think I'm B. I don't know. If you give me
Dude,
one,
you're really disappointing me.
Dude, I'm trying, all right? Do you think like what about like I want to get like some sort like specific X-Men. Do you think like what about like Cyclops or like someone like that? Like or like
Okay, Cyclops versus Let's do Cyclops versus Green Arrow.
Ooh.
Cyclops.
You think Cyclops?
Well, no, actually.
I think Green Arrow.
I was kind of leaning towards the Arrow.
Green Arrow could probably outsmart Cyclops.
I mean, Green Arrow took down a giant robot controlled by nuclear power that was destroying like countries.
Yeah, because don't you think like he just pretty much has to pinpoint like one part of Cyclops? You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like here's the thing, like I think Green Arrow would win easily, and I think Cyclops is like one of the most overrated like mutants, and I'm just not a big Cyclops.
He's just basically like a leader.
Yeah, he kind of is. He's kind of like that's it. He has a leadership mentality.
So it's like, hey guys, like,
Yeah, but he's not as cool as Captain America.
What about like Beast versus Luke Cage?
Luke Cage would win.
Luke Cage would win.
And I love Beast. Beast is like my favorite mutant. He's not my. He's one of my favorites.
I just think
should say.
fight between them would be crazy.
It would be crazy, but like Green Arrow, like for a Cyclops, like he would all have to do was just aim for his mask, the side of his mask, knock that off, and then he's done because Cyclops has to close his eyes, or if he opens them, he's just shooting beams everywhere. and then he's just an exposed target because he doesn't know where he's going.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, dude, that's now that you mention it, like Cyclops is pretty overrated. I think honestly, because like that's all anyone really has to do is just knock off his mask, and then like
he was cool in the '60s when X-Men first came around because like there was no standard.
Yeah,
you know, and like they weren't like every X-Men like had one power. Like even Beast didn't have like blue skin or like he just kind of was like strong and acrobatic, you know, and like his mutation like made him look different physically. Like his feet were bigger than his hands, like significantly.
and he had back hair.
Yeah,
I'm just trying.
Sure, you have back hair.
I do not have back hair.
Yes, you do.
Not yet, at least. I want to be
not a real man then.
All right, I'll try really hard. Well, I'm not a man. I'm Denise, and partially.
What do you have? What do you have, Denise?
A penis.
Oh God. I don't know. I don't know who else to think of. Wow, Pat, how long has this episode been?
It's been long enough for you to shut the fuck up. No, an hour and 21 minutes.
I think we should end off here. Let's end off on this note. Nick, if you had to be one of the superheroes, doesn't have to be the most powerful.
Who would I be?
Who would you be?
I'd probably want to be. Deadpool.
You'd be Big Bertha.
Big Bertha.
No, Flat Man. Or what's that dude from the Great Lakes Avengers?
I don't remember.
I think I'd want to be Deadpool, personally.
Okay, so this is how I want to end it off. What superhero would you want to be? But then you guys, that we all have to pick for each other who we think you would be.
Okay.
So you would want to be Deadpool.
I would want to be Deadpool.
All right.
So I have to pick like who.
No, we decide who we think you would be.
Okay.
See if it matches up. I think you would be like personality-wise, you are a lot like Deadpool. I would say Deadpool.
I'm a piece of shit. Yeah. All right.
You'd be a funny Captain Planet.
Oh man. Yeah.
He's the hero. Gonna take pollution down to zero.
Earth, fire, wind, water,
heart, go planet.
That's man.
We're the Planeteers.
Why didn't we ever bring that up? Captain Planet.
Because Captain Planet, like, he kind of sucks compared to other superheroes.
Don't talk about my dad like that. Pat, who did you want to be?
I have to think. You go first.
All right. Dude, I want to be Batman. Like, I know that's not what you guys would pick for me, but dude, Batman literally, it's just such a, it's such a, he's an American fable now. Like he's like when you look at classic American characters, he's like Batman is there. He is the pop culture icon of fictional characters of like the modern age. Like I love Batman. He's amazing and deservingly so. There's been so many talented and like exceptional writers that have just and like storytellers and actors that are like, I need to tackle this character and I need to do it right. And there's pressure behind it.
Batman is definitely one of the cooler superheroes, in my opinion. He's one of my favorites. But what I would picture you as, I don't know. I picture you something like mechanical or of like some kind or like something like either like Iron Man. I don't know. It's gonna be random, but like I could see you as like Iron Man in like terms of like Marvel, and then like in terms of DC, I could see you being like a Green Lantern.
I'm cool with that. Either one of those choices, actually.
I'm not. No, I'm not going to be mean. I'm going to be genuine about this.
I was kind of thinking. I was hoping you would be a little mean, but all right.
Well, then you're the Blob. No, you are Flat Man from the Great Lakes Avengers, and his powers are being flat and having rubber skin. I was right about that one. No.
Wait, Mr. Fantastic would be so funny. I picture you being like stretchy.
I could see you actually Johnny Storm.
Oh, that's actually pretty
I feel
baller.
like you got some of that personality in you.
Yeah.
Except you're not as funny, but
I'm clearly way funnier than all you fucking assholes.
no, I can see you as Johnny Storm.
All right.
I picture you being now more and more. I see it, dude. Like you're stretchy. You have like you have.
You're only saying that because he's tall and lanky.
But like you can't picture him just like whoa, like throwing his arms out like that and like just no.
No, I could see him doing
here
it,
comes a bus, like,
but just to be lazy. Like he'd be down here in his room in the basement. He'd be like, "Oh fuck, dude, I want some pizza rolls," and he would just stretch his. Even though I would do the same thing, stretch his arm out, turn the oven on.
You're criticizing me for that. All of you
I would do the
fuckers
same
would do
thing,
that.
but like, oh yeah, everybody would fucking do it. If no offense, but you're not Mr. Fantastic level of genius. But then again, there's no person alive that would be.
Stephen Hawking isn't even on that level.
Yeah. No, I definitely.
I'm offended, Pat.
If you're any Fantastic Four member, it's Johnny Storm.
All right,
for sure.
All those choices I'm like solid with. I was kind of scared that you guys are gonna pick someone like really fucking stupid.
No,
like Calendar Man or something. Like,
no, you're not that lame. You could, fucking
Calendar Man.
It's a real villain. He only kills on holidays.
Yeah.
Like major ones, not like National Boyfriend Day.
Not like Flag Day.
Yeah, no,
he iced some some ethnic people. Flag Day.
No, you're Mr. Pig, Connor. No, Condiment King. That's you, or Condiment Man, whatever. That's you.
Yeah, your Uncle John.
That's fine. I'd rather be that than fucking Condiment King.
All right, Pat, pick a hero.
I mean, I'd want to be. I mean, Batman, obviously, but I'm not gonna say it. I would say either Kyle Rayner, in whichever lantern form he wants to be, green, blue, white, would be awesome, or Richard Rider Nova. Not Sam Alexander, because Sam Alexander's a little pussy. I really love Nova, and I love Kyle Rayner, even though Jon Stewart's the best, but I can't turn myself black.
Yeah, you can't. Jon Stewart is the best. I would want to be him, but it's just impossible.
Although Hal Jordan's cool because he gets Carol Ferris. And
does.
Blake Lively, I mean.
Blake Lively is a fox, even though she kind of sucks in that movie.
That movie sucks. Everything sucks about that movie.
Even Ryan Reynolds sucks in that movie.
I picture you something with intelligence of some kind. Like some kind of,
I kind of imagine you... All right, so I'm going to pick a hero and a villain. Villain, you're fucking MODOK.
Why am I MODOK?
Dude, MODOK is cool. Don't be offended by that.
Why am I MODOK? Why would I fucking look like that thing?
No, you don't look like that. But, like, you would if you became MODOK. I don't know. There's just... He has such a sense of cynicism. Like, it's to a comical degree. He's like, yeah, Captain America. Like, you cannot get me around MODOK. Manually operating killing machine. I don't know. It's just funny. Actually, scratch that. Dr. Doom.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a better one.
It is a better one. Even though you were MODOK.
I'm not MODOK, dude.
Dude, you are MODOK, villain-wise. Definitely, villain comes to me easier, and you're definitely Dr. Doom.
Villain comes to you easier. Although I will take it because Dr. Doom is a badass.
No, yeah. I mean, if you guys chose a villain for me first, that'd be sweet. Hero-wise, I don't know. You got to help me out here, Nick.
I don't know about hero. I could see you as like a Magneto, though, or like something like that. I see you like levitating, like that.
Yeah, but I don't want to eliminate races.
Yeah. Or do you?
No.
Or do you? Hero-wise, I don't know. Like a lantern of some kind would be
Doctor
cool.
Strange.
Ooh,
dude,
I
yes,
like that.
Doctor Strange.
You are Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange is you.
Dude,
I don't know why that took me so long to think.
I'll fucking take it.
Yeah.
No, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I'll
That's
fucking
cool.
take it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Dude, I'll bargain with Dormammu. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I could see, yeah.
And villain-wise, you're MODOK.
Fuck. Do I have the same voice?
Yeah. Dude. It's so... Oh, my God. I need to fucking Photoshop your face in there.
That'll be like the next meme everyone loves, I guess. Instead of like me as a Teletubby or like whatever.
You as MODOK.
All right.
And he's always just so angry. He's like, I am superior from you. He like can't, but his arms and legs are so little that and his head is so massive that he like can't even move them.
I could see you being Mysterio.
That'd actually be kind of funny.
But and not so out there goofy, but still goofy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He's definitely one of the better Spider-Man villains.
He's cool as hell.
Yeah.
What about
Yeah.
the Wonder Twins that like you're like
No, that's you and
you're
Vandermoss.
the bucket of water or the lamp?
Or what in Family Guy they the brother turned into somebody's tampon, right?
No, Peter did.
Oh, Peter
Well,
did?
Peter was the brother.
Yeah.
Now I play the waiting game.
God damn, man.
I could see it as Mysterio for sure.
Yeah. And Mysterio is very like he's also silly and over the top, which I like.
Yeah, plus he's a film buff. You know, you got that going.
He is a major film. He's a special effects artist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uses smokes and mirrors. It's all smoke and mirrors tricks. When I fought Cell. Yeah.
Hercule.
Hercule.
His like best move in Budokai is like present, right? Isn't it called like? It's like
Yeah, it's like a
surprise?
super move. Yeah.
It's like surprise or something, and he just gives the guy a box that explodes.
All right, everybody. This concludes this episode of Awesome Sunday Show. Let us know who your favorite villain is and who you think should fight or win in a fight.
And were we wrong about our choices?
Yeah, let us know. Was Pat wrong about his choices? Probably.
Absolutely not.
Let us know in the comments below. As we mentioned before, remember to like, share, comment, subscribe. And Nick, thank you for coming on again. This was super last minute.
It's been great. It's been great. Glad I could be here.
Go to awesomesundayshow.com. But thank you, Nick. Get a free sticker while you're there.
You can. You get a free sticker.
And Connor will send you an autographed picture of his butt too.
But it's not gonna. I'm not gonna autograph the picture. I'm gonna sign my butt and then take a picture of it and send it to you.
I think that's a little more personal.
Yeah, because it's gonna be your name on my butt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. I'll be sure to regift that to someone.
As like a wedding gift.
Yes.
Actually, our friend Chris Daniela Kramer's wife, Shantae, requested a free sticker, which we have to send out to you, Shantae. Don't worry, we'll do it. In it, she asked for an autographed picture of you.
Really?
Yeah, and tacos with extra tomatoes. So don't get too happy.
I feel like extra tomatoes is a weird thing to ask for.
I think it was something like that. I remember seeing tomatoes.
I would ask for extra cheese or meat.
Really?
Extra guacamole.
Tomatoes?
Wait, let me see. I have the email right now.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right, guys. Well, while you're pulling up that email, thanks for listening in, and be sure to stay tuned for the next episode. And if you're ever looking
Yep,
for
extra tomatoes
wow,
on a hard shell taco.
I think Chris probably told us to say that. And if you ever want to find out past episodes of things that we thought of, or if you want to just catch up and binge on the Awesome Sunday Show, just like Pat said, be sure to tune into what, Nick?
AwesomeSundayShow.com.
Yes.
Yep.
I should have cued you that you were going to say something, but you
It's all right. I know.
you took it on the chin.
Because I've been there.
Yeah.
I did just put up a new blog, by the way, so check that out.
Yeah.
And we will be doing more. Apparently, Connor's going to write one. But
no,
we'll
I
see.
have actually a blog for tomorrow, but I'm not telling you fuckers what it is.
It's a split review.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because this episode is going up the same day
Yeah.
putting that blog up.
So by the time you listen to this, the split review would have been up.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. It will be up.
Okay. We'll see.
I am off all day tomorrow. I worked 12 hours today. I couldn't put it up.
Oh, woo, worked over.
Challenge to anyone out there, get an Awesome Sunday Show sticker from the website and stick it on any Subway sign possible. And Subway as in like the restaurant. And then hashtag it on any website saying sticky meat.
I like that. Yeah, do that challenge.
I'll do
That's
it
a good one.
tomorrow.
That's a good one. All right, guys, take it easy.
Have a good one.
Denise out.